The next update for BTD6 is right around the corner, and this is a preview of everything there is to it. First off, thank you NinjaKiwi for the early access. The biggest main feature of this update is in the form of the return of a boss. Let's just go ahead and click boss challenge over here, and look what I've pulled up. It's Blastapopoulos, shrouded in suffocating heat, Demon of the Core. Demon Core reference confirmed. Anyway, if you want to take a read into what Blastapopoulos does, in this game, well, Blastapopoulos has purple bloom properties, and monkeys and heroes suffer from reduced range and slower ability cooldowns during the fights. I see. At each skull, Blastapopoulos heats up and spews out fireballs and pyroclastic rocks. Fireballs will target towers and heroes with pools of magma that prevent selling and cooldowns and reduce range and attack speed even more. And they also appear to block line of sight. And also, all projectiles heat up Blastapopoulos, with fire, plasma, and lasers increasing them even more. You can also use some ice attacks to cool down. When the heat bar is completely filled, Blastapopoulos explodes, briefly stunning all monkeys and increasing ability cooldowns again. And then the leftover heat causes projectiles to burn up faster than normal. And he also burns off any damaging effects applied to them, reducing the length of DOT effects. While that sure is a lot of properties, especially when you compare it to the descriptions of all the other bosses here, my god, you got an essay. But hopefully you'll understand it more when we actually play the boss. Before that, I want to take some time to showcase some of the other parts of the update. One of the big things being Fast Track is back. Now yes, this is a paid in-app purchase. Fast Track pack starts a quarter of the way into the round, on any map with all the right cash on hand. Not available in competitive events, chimps, deflation, nor quests. And it can be yours for only $11.99. Now, because I'm playing on an early access build/account, that is only temporary. I'm not going to purchase it right now, but if I did, I would use code ISAB before purchasing it, just to support that guy. I think he makes pretty alright videos. And as you can also probably notice, the shop has been rehauled a little bit too to have some categories since there's so many items to purchase in the shop now. Now, some of you might be disappointed that this is an in-app purchase and not like free in-game, like for Monkey Money like it was in BT5. To that, all I gotta say is, well, welcome to 2024. It's technically not a pay-to-win feature, because again, you can only use Fast Track in like non-competitive events, and it's really just a quality of life thing, just like Double Cash, and it's also for a portion of the cost. So that said, I do think it makes sense for it to ultimately be an IAP, even though it wasn't IAP in BT5. That's what I think people are having the most issues with now. Anyway, continuing on to other new features, quests. There are several new quests I will feature in a future video, but for now you can see a new timed quest, kind of 5 minutes of Frozen Over. How much damage can you do in a short amount of time? So basically like a reverse race. Additionally, there is one-sided. Beat Infernal from only one side. And next up is the new Ancient Portal map that is labeled in the Advanced category. Now, I'm going to showcase this map by also doing the boss at the same time. So let's go ahead and head back to Blastapopoulos, where I already started off with an early save, right on round 16. So how does this map go? Well, right now it looks pretty simple. Balloons will loop around into the portal, and then come out the other side, like that yellow over there. Now, as you can probably also notice, there is another track that's somehow being unused. And I think to utilize that track, you have to press this thing here on the bottom, and then it allows you to realign the portal. And then this is what happens. Now, apparently that track is active, and I can't change it back. Oh, no, I can. Looks like it's a very short cooldown. Now, I'm kind of curious, what is the point of this, really? Because wouldn't you rather just leave, like, the portal over here? Because right now, that would be best for these two towers, because they can hit two different lanes. Obviously, we'll find out the answer to that later, but for now, I am, I'm perplexed. I do notice something interesting, though. There is some rocks over on the exit. So what that indicates for bosses is that that's where the boss ends up spawning. So is this the case that Moab spawned backwards? Or is it just the boss only? Like, maybe they made this map just for Blastapopoulos, just like they did Bloonarius Prime for, well, Bloonarius. Anyway, 8 rounds to the boss spawns. What is my strategy going to be? Well, just judging by the description, like, of what I read from Blastapopoulos, doesn't it sound like you want to go for things that do, like, have less projectiles? Because remember, damaging Blastapopoulos with lots of projectiles fills up its heat bar. So that means stuff like Tax Zone would fill it up very quickly, even though I'd assume it does a lot of damage to it. So TLDR, high damage, low projectile count towers, or just in general, high damage towers. I feel like that's another situation where MAD is OP. Man, are they ever gonna make a boss eventually where MAD is, like, bad for a boss? Because I swear against all 6 bosses right now, it is, like, too good. Obviously, we can't do that for tier 1 because I didn't farm hard enough, but what else does high damage that is not MAD for tier 1 that's affordable? Well, I think it's also a meta tower, and that is Ninja? Ninja Sticky Bomb. Now, I'm not gonna upgrade yet, just in case. Again, it might spawn down here. Alright, I'd say I'm pretty well equipped to handle tier 1, especially with 20k on hand, so let's begin, shall we? Blast off. Pun intended. So 17.5k, and you see there's this bar over here. Also, holy crap, that range is tiny, remember? Blastapopoulos nerfs the hell out of range. Let me try to get some of it back. Oh my god, the Sticky Bomb isn't shooting. Now it is. That took a while. But indeed, it does spawn from there. And why is the purple... or it completely drained itself? What does that mean? Is that Blastapopoulos just detonating, like, all of its, what do you call it, heat? Because I think that's the case. It's only filling up very slowly. It was hard to tell. Watch out for the skull, though. It should be happening very soon. Should I get a second sticky? Sure. I don't know if this map is long enough that only Sticky Bomb works, but if it doesn't, we'll get something quickly at the end, but here we go. Skull is gonna hit, and it's gonna refill its bar, shoot up a Magma, and it's gonna stun Benjamin. No, not my poor Ben. Ben looks like a flaming monk now with that. Our progress is definitely not very good. But before I buy anything else, I'm curious to know where would it come out? Actually, what if I do this? There's no portal now for Blastapopoulos to go inside. I am curious. Oh, that's gonna leak balloons over here. But also, remember what they said? Ice attacks, like, reduce the heat. But it doesn't shoot, right? At least 000 does not shoot. So what upgrade would I need for it to shoot? Icicles? Yeah, I can see it, like, the bar kind of going down a little bit. But I feel like ice is not worth it. Well, embrittlement's probably worth it, but we'll get to that when I see what happens here. Oh, and I think Blastapopoulos just straight up doesn't go through a portal. Okay. So realigning it does absolutely nothing. Good to know. Anyway, now I want to try a projectile-like strategy. So let me revamp this D over here and do an embrittlement to reduce heats. Wow, the heat's almost down to 0. And then overdrive. A lot of projectiles, but I'm wondering if that is enough to offset the heats. Let us see. The answer seems like no. Holy crap. It is filling up incredibly fast. But maybe that's alright. Again, I'm just testing the waters to see, like, if it's viable at all. Interesting. Also, heats. It's gonna hit max now. Let's see what happens. Max heats. So, are towers stunned at all? I can't really tell. All I can see is that the attack is definitely doing less damage, I swear. Without the, like, when it was at a max heat bar. Because, remember, projectiles burn up, which I'd assume means there's just less of them or something. Or, no, I think the rocks are blocking them. I think that's why it's doing less damage, but it's hard to tell exactly there. Anyway, holy crap, that ice range is tiny. It's back to normal now, though. So, at the very least, it's good to know that Blastapopoulos kind of counters the attack strategy. Because this is normal, mind you. Elite, there's no way this thing's gonna fly, although maybe it's just because I'm playing on a harder, like, a pretty damn hard map. Because remember, it's an advanced map. Most bosses usually won't be on that, unless it's a crazy hard week, like, say, Bloody Puddles, for example. I'll just do a B-ref, and that's gonna be the extent of my farming, because I said so, and I don't think I need that many farms for normal, even though this is my first time going in blind here. Let's also do Monkey Town, just because I just want to be super safe. But yeah, tier 2. Tell me why MAD just simply wouldn't straight up one-shot. Oh, crap. I didn't even, like, talk about it, but I just exploded some glowing totems on the top side. I literally clicked without, like, thinking, but apparently it did something. I don't know what, but, I guess someone can figure that out. But I just realized that, I guess the use case for the portal, at least for boss reasons, is to swap it, like, when Blastapopoulos is on the bottom left corner, to realign then. Now that I'm thinking about it, there are walls surrounding this entire bottom left side, Or if, say, you wanted to do a chokehold, because, you know, attacks have good vents here, you can just simply ignore the beginning loop, and then have your towers here. So I think the main, like, maybe intended use case is, like, not to change the portal every single round, but change it once during the whole game to your preference. That is my guess. Anyways, I am 15k short of the MAD. Alright, instead of a mat then, let me try this tower that is seemingly, like, has been catching on to being a good boss damager for cheaper than a mad. And that is Cripple, thanks to its 280 base damage now. Like, even if it gets stunned, because it's cheaper than mad, we still have other towers that can help out. Also, crap, all my towers are on fire. What is this? Was that visual or something? Who knows? Anyway, let me sell this Dart Suit to Alk Buff to make this thing shoot a little bit faster. Oh, I think it's, like, stunned the moment you drop the tower down? Let me just see. No. That was weird. The Alchemist was stunned instantly, but the other ones weren't. Anyway, first skull hit immediately, that's why I'm saying Cripple good. Now, yeah, it's the rocks that really F us up. They block projectiles and line of sight. And wait, are we gonna die here? Hopefully I don't regret farming this little. But I really thought I didn't think I need this much for a normal boss, mind you. Now it's active again, but there's no line of sight for it to shoot. And now Skull is gonna hit again. And here come the rocks to block our line of sight. And the stun. Is it consistent every time? Because yes, it has stunned my Cripple Moab. If it works like an in BMC, or whatever, the previous iterations of balloons, then yeah. It would stun your most expensive towers. Let me just target my Rockstorm so it hits the balloons here. So we don't leak. We'll do Siphon 2 to turn them all to rainbows. That should be ideal. If we don't beat Blastapopoulos before it gets into the portal/wall, though, then we're kind of screwed. Also, what is going on? Hang on. That skull specifically seems to always stun multiple of our towers, like, including the Dartling Gunner here. Like, watch this again here. Skull? Wait, no, not stun this time. I guess we got a little bit luck of the draw. I got a more glaze ready, by the way, if I'm going to leak here. Yeah, I'll just get up now to be super safe. But if we ignore the annoying line of sight blockers, then it feels like Cripple is a pretty solid choice, if you ask me. It hasn't filled up the heat bar. It's only been filled up because it hits the skull every single time. But we should be able to beat this, again, before it gets out of range here. Come on. Wait, it has absolutely zero. Is it getting blocked by... I think there's a rock right on top of the sniper. Yeah. There we go. Let's finish it off, please, and thanks. Nope. It can't hit anymore. You gotta be shitting me. Alright, fine. This should get it done. And let's just get an overclock to overclock the BRF to be super safe. Also, if you look very carefully, Blastapopoulos slowly sheds its heat bar. Because there's no ice around it yet, it's still slowly chipping away. Now, I want to find some downtime during this run to talk about this, and I think I finally have the opportunity. But you might notice, if you've been reading the patch notes for the BT6 updates, that something's missing in this update. And that is this thing called the Game Editor, which is exactly as it sounds. It's a feature that allows you to expand the amount of creativity you can do in the game by possibly being able to make your own custom game mode, or anything really involving balloons. Maybe like GD's level editor, I don't know. And they mentioned in the patch notes that it was slated to approximately come update 45, but as you can see, it's not in there. So I'm guessing it's just delayed. They couldn't get it ready in time, and it might come in a future update. Bit of a bummer for me personally, because I was really looking forward to seeing like the amount of things you could do with said feature. But hopefully Blastapopoulos can give us some enjoyment in the time that we don't have it for. Anyway, what I want to try for tier 3 now, I kind of want to test this first off. So they mentioned how things that like shoot purple type property will heat up Blastapopoulos. How does that work for stuff like Monkey Knowledge and Sun Avatar, where this thing can hit purples with the Monkey Knowledge, but it can't normally. But even with a MIB, it would still like charge up the bar, right? I'm gonna test, and I guess I'll just go ahead and get the MAD. And also untech bot the overclock so I can overclock either the MAD or the Cripple. One thing I also did not mention at all yet that you did see is, yes, all the abilities have slower cooldowns, but I'm not sure how long, like what the exact percent is. Anyway, stun comes out. There's only 2 Magma Balls. It seems like, why does it always go to the hero? I mean, I'm glad it goes to the hero, because, like, the hero is pretty worthless. Sorry, Benjamin. But it is true. I also can't tell if it's, like, the Sun Avatar that's making it heat up this quickly. And Skull, again, what is stunned now? Everything? No way. I guess every Skull might stun more and more towers. At least that's, I don't know, that's my guess. Because every single time I've been noticing that, well, more have gone stunned. Gotta watch out for the AI coming in, 82. A lot of Cerams rolling by. Last Skull here. Which looks like it does about a quarter of the bar. And, yep, you see, Cerams. Alright, what do we do this time? Well, I know abilities are slower, but what if this works? I'll just Snowstorm ability during the stun so that the Cerams don't run on by. I'm also going to target Mad away so that we beat the AI coming in first, like this. Maybe that's just enough, yep. So only Cerams left, do this, and we should be good. Because there's nothing else coming in. There we go. That's how we do it. Now I still might need more towers for the last 50k, because again, it's hitting the wall. Can you please do the last 40k, or do we need to add more? We do not need to add more, nice. Let's start cleaning up this D now, shall we? I think that's an interesting tower that we could test that might do okay is the ISAB lane. Give a camo as well, because 1, it can shoot over the wall on this track, and 2, I know it shoots a lot of projectiles, but it's not like, you know, 2 damage projectiles like Taxstone, so I don't know. Let's just see the results for ourselves next round. Also, now's probably a good time to drop those ice towers, like Super Brutal. Anybody? For +5, we'll do Primary Mentoring 2 for big range, and again, Untech Bot so that we can use it on Flying Fortress. But let's see how quickly Flying Fortress fills up the heat bar. Looking at it, barely. So that's why I think it's really a non-issue. Looking at this, it's like when it hits the skull, it does way more, 10 billion times more. It seems like it shoots through the projectiles in the way, the rocks in the way. Is that right? We gotta wait a couple seconds though. If the DDs get through, I'm gonna have to stun instantly, but I think it holds. Nice. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's doing full damage to it right now, so that's nice. We just have to get around the stun, which is why I'm just gonna get an absolute 0. Frick it. Absolute 0, and oh, that was a lot of balloons getting stunned. Wait. Oh my god, remember, Blastapopoulos when it hits the skull also reduces the cooldown, so even though it's instantly up, watch again, watch this again. It's gonna hit the skull, and then it's half cooldown. Damn, that's brutal. Idea. Let's realign the portal. We'll still buy absolute 0, because I think the stun, or the slow could still be used, like, for example, right here. And then, because the portal's here, the Cerams will be slowed down by the ice, because it still attacks. We just can't use the ability. But that buys enough time for Flying Fortress to attack again, and clutch up the corner here, see? And now everything is working as intended again. Nice. I'll take that, even though it was a little bit scuffed. Now, for Tier 5, I'll definitely have to cook up something else, because this is nowhere near enough damage, but don't worry, I got my ideas here. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise if you heard what I said earlier, that what I would do for this is simply, yeah, Dark Paragon in this, like, bottom left corner here. We'll just wait halfway for Blastapopoulos to get through, and it should be an easy dub, even despite the stun. The stun is really just an issue for the balloons coming in. That's all. And what else could I get? I'll probably just do a Chinook to move the Super Brutal around, just so I don't keep losing money. I think it ends up being a degree 22 if you blast off, right? Yep. Exactly. Now, wait, why was it... Wait, hang on. Balls do escape slightly. So Ninja Kiwi left a hole in the fence. I guess this is good to get the Dark Paragon a little bit of damage, though, to the boss, while it's not able to be damaged by it. Wait, 3 million HP, that's the same as Tier 5 Bloonarius, but Tier 4 was a little bit less. Skull number 1 finally right now. And that's a non-issue. Again, Dark Paragon got stuff for like 2 seconds, but this is where it goes to Pound Town. Actually, wait, why is it not doing as much damage as I thought? It's doing like 20k damage per second, but I swear it should be doing more. Like, if it genuinely is enclosed like in all walls, it might be just because of the angle. I don't know. Low-key, the rocks can help us with the angles, though. Because maybe it explodes the Juggernaut balls on top of Blastapopoulos immediately. Hard to really say. Right now, it does not seem like it's helping too much, though. Next skull. And watch out for the downtime. I'm gonna use the up to 2 if I need to, but nah, it's only a 3-second stun. One more to go. Yep, this is where it does more damage, because it's hitting the wall. Or the actual border of the map. And crap, I have no abilities during this downtime. Don't die. Nice. I'm gonna be worried for Elite if the stun is much longer than this, because I swear it probably will be that way. And there goes Blastapopoulos. GG. Our first victory, out of many to come. So with this newfound knowledge, I am now going to go to the drawing board to think about how I'm gonna tackle Elites. But in the meantime, based on this gameplay, let me know what you think would work well against Blastapopoulos. What are the best strategies, possibly? As well as your other thoughts on the update. Subscribe if you want to catch those videos, and I will see you all later.